Let's move on to Arsenal. They have made a move finally, obviously, and in terms of getting a number 9, which is what we all addressed and thought was a problem. I mean, he says it all. The top goal scorer last season was Kai Havertz with 9 goals. Nobody got double figures. Obviously, they had 1 or 2 injuries to key players as well, most notably Saka. So Arsenal's second again last year. They've bought a few. Zubimendi, who I really like, terrific holding player, 51 million from Real Sociedad. Gyökeres, of course, is the 9, 64 million. Noni Madueke from Chelsea for 40 odd million. Norgard and Mosquera as well for not that much money. Jorginho, Partey, Tierney, Tomiyasu and Tavares have gone. Can they go one step closer? One step is all they need to win the title.
It's a hard one because I remember saying last season that I thought Man City would win it if everyone stayed fit. If they get any injuries, them little injuries could be the difference. Bringing in Gyökeres now for Arsenal is massive. And not just because he's a big name forward, because of his movement that we talk about with strikers all the time. So Havertz is really good. We're all big fans of Havertz, but in a number 10 position where he can create, not leading the line. I know he's done really good movement when he plays up there, but he hasn't got a striker's instinct. So that's why I think Gyökeres is going to add something really special. I still don't know if it's enough to get them over the line. I still don't know. I think 1 or 2 injuries and they're back to same as last season. So I'm going to say challenging, but not champions.
I'd agree. I think they'll challenge. I just think they may fall short again. I like all of their signings. I think that's exactly what they needed. And I still don't think they may be finished yet in terms of bringing players in and certainly players going out. I've definitely got them in Champions League, but I just don't see them having enough to win the title. Just fall short.
I think I concur with both of you on that front. I probably wouldn't have said that if it wasn't that Liverpool have strengthened so well. And I think we'll come to that. I mean, obviously shortly, because this is Arsenal's moment. But a lot too will depend on how Gyökeres does. Whether he can, I mean, he scored a terrific goal in pre-season, but we all know pre-season is not that important, although it is for a striker in terms of that feeling of hitting the back of the net. So I think a lot will depend on him, but we know he'll get good service, that's for sure, but the one thing they have lacked. So I think they could go close again, but I'm going to agree with both of you. Let's see if we have a different opinion on Chelsea. Obviously, Enzo Maresco's done a fabulous job there, finished 4th last season, the Club World Cup champions, which was an amazing, they've brought in as they do every year. Delap for 30 million, João Pedro for 60, Jamie Gittins from Dortmund for 51 million, Esteval from Palmeiras, the youngster, who looks a little bit special for 49 million, and Jorel Hato from Ajax as well for 38 million. They've let a few go, but I definitely think Champions League places, they could be the team that goes maybe close, very close to the title.
You mentioned all those. I mean, they've lost Levi Colville, haven't they? Because I think blow, he did his knee, hasn't he, unfortunately? So I guess they'll be in the transfer market again to bring in
they have
someone,
got a lot of central defenders, though, Al. They've bought in a few as well. So
I'd be amazed if they're finished in the transfer window. You know what Chelsea are like. But I've got them Champions League, definitely, but I don't see them having enough to get to the title.
Maresca has said he wants another central defender in, so it'll be interesting to see if they get one before the start of the season.
Chelsea, a good team now. I think challenging. I just think defensively, they've got so much attacking players. At times, they do overcommit, leave themselves exposed. If they bring in a top centre-half, I think they can challenge till the last 5 games of the season. It's just, I look at the other teams around them, I think they're better defensively, and I think that's the only thing that's going to stop them from going and winning it. But if you watch them in the Club World Cup, they was excellent, especially in that final against PSG. We was all thinking PSG was going to take that home, but the ability to go from back to front so quick is going to catch teams off guard. And it's not only Cole Palmer who's a real... Look at João Pedro, the way he links up, and they've got options like Delap as well, and they've got pace on the wing. Yeah, I think they're challenging.
So you don't see them winning the title then?
Just miss out, Al.
Yeah, I think
miss out.
I think they'll finish higher than they did last season, and that was fourth, but I'm not sure. Liverpool, blimey, what a window they've had. Obviously, they won the league last year. Mo Salah had a remarkable season, 29 goals. This is who they've brought in. I'm sure you all know, but Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen for 29 million, Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen for 100 mil, Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth for 40 million, and Hugo Ekitike, I've got it now. Eintracht Frankfurt. It's 2 Ks, isn't it? And 1 T rather than 2 Ts and 1 K. And he was nearly 70 million as well. We've lost Diaz, Trent, big loss. Keller has gone to Brentford, as we've mentioned, and Gerald Quansah has gone to Bayer Leverkusen. It's hard to go against. They won the league so comfortably last season, and they look a stronger squad now. I think they'll miss Trent because of his creativity. But that aside, I mean, Frimpong is a different kind of player to Trent, but he marches up and down the touchline. Kerkez I really like. I think they're going to win it again. Anyone differ?
No, I'm with you. And I don't think they'll be finishing the window as well. I think they'll still look for a player or two. So, yeah, I'm with you. I've got them for the title.
What's happening with Isak, Al?
I don't know. I mean, did you hear Eddie's interview after the game that they had yesterday, saying it's completely out of his hands?
Yeah, I suspect he's going to go to Liverpool. If Liverpool do get Isak, I mean, crikey, they'll take some stopping.
Yeah, it's finished.
If they were to get him, the options they'd have up top would just be incredible. So it'd be impossible to stop if they got Isak, I think.
Anyway, Micah, is it Liverpool for you?
Yeah, with Liverpool. I have to go with Liverpool. Bringing in Wirtz, people don't understand how good this player is.
Yeah,
good player. Yeah.
He's been good in pre-season as well. I think he's exactly what they needed. I think whereas Szoboszlai is more of a runner, third-man runner into the box, and he can shoot. And he's good on the ball as well, but Wirtz can dictate the play in tight areas. If you watch him around the box, it's little one-touch, two-touch passes, cute passes around the corner. I just think they're going to be unstoppable at times. If he gets up to speed straight away in the Premier League, because let's be honest, coming to the Premier League is different to the Bundesliga. Yes, it's fast and furious over there, but it's a lot more physical. But I think he's got all the tools to unlock all the doors. So, yeah, I have to say Liverpool will win it.
Yeah, which will upset your Manchester City fans, Micah, which takes us straight on to them. Obviously had the disappointment last season, didn't happen for them. Lost Rodri at the start of the season. Looks like he's sustained another serious injury, which is such a shame. Haaland, well, it's going to say only got 22 goals last season in the league. But they bought a few in. Reinders from Milan for 46 million. Ryan Cherky, of course, from Lyon for 34. Ait Nouri from Wolves, 31 million. And James Trafford, whether he'll start or maybe it's a long-term plan for him. Got him from Burnley. De Bruyne has gone, of course. We'll miss Kevin in the Premier League. And Jan Couto to Borussia Dortmund for 25 million. Can City and Pep challenge again? I mean, it seems ridiculous that we're all so confident that Liverpool are going to do it when he's won most of the leagues he's been in, but they have got to find a way of getting back to the side that they were.
I think if Rodri was fit, I would say it'd be a race to the end. I just think losing Rodri is massive. So the way Reinders plays, he can play a little bit deeper, but he can also play a little bit further forward. In pre-season, he scored another 2 goals the other day. He was really good in the Club World Cup as well. I just think that protection on the transition that we constantly talk about, Rodri was the master at that. And if Rodri was fit, I would say probably Man City win the league for me. The balance of the whole team is better when Rodri's in there. They've got Nico Gonzalez, who did all right in spells when they brought him in January, but it's not the same. If Rodri was fit, I would say City, but he's going to miss the start of the season. So, to claw back them points against Liverpool, who have just got so much options, I think it's going to be difficult. But if you look at City, sometimes the way they play and teams go into that low block or whatever, a guy like Shirky can unlock that door. So I'm not worried about them attacking wise. And Haaland looks sharp. He looks fit in pre-season. It's just, again, on the transition I'm worried about. It's the only thing I worry about with Man City.
Yeah, I think Arsenal, Chelsea and City will all be playing for second place. I mean, by the ridiculously high standards, Man City, I don't know, last season was really poor, but they'll be better, but I'm not sure they'll have enough.
Yeah, I agree. On to Manchester United. They're going to be a really interesting season for them. Obviously a horror season last year. Ruben Amorim, they finished 15th. They've brought some players in though. Matheus Cunha from Wolves, 62 million. That was done for quite a while ago. Brian Mbeumo as well from Brentford, who scored 20 goals last season in the Premier League. Sesko has now completed his signing from Leipzig. Obviously lost one or two of the old guard, Christian Eriksen's, Johnny Evans, and Lindelof's been released, and Marcus Rashford's gone on loan to Barcelona. This is a good point where I can mention that we're off to Barcelona. Look out for that. Manchester United, I mean, they have bought, there's 3 players in. We don't know how good Sesko is going to be in the Premier League. I think he scored, 13 goals last season. Mid-table, I see mid-table. They need to improve on last season. So I think to get into Europe, I mean, it seems ridiculous to say this about Manchester United, doesn't it? To get into any kind of European football next season would be probably a bonus.
I mean, clearly they'll improve on last season. They can't be as bad. Yeah, they've made a couple of really good signings, but yeah, I think 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that.
I thought so.
I think better than that.
Do you?
I look at their squad now, and they'd be linked with Belieber as well. If they can get Belieber,
that would make a difference because he's got the legs that they need in that kind of.
Correct. The only problem I have though, guys, is still the formation. So in the pre-season friendly the other day against Fiorentina, they went with, I think it was Mount up top as like a false 9, and Mbeumo to the right, and Cunha sort of to the left. Fernandes and Casemiro in midfield. They had Dorgu one side and Diallo the other side. And I just think the formation is really hindering them. I think if they was playing a 4-3-3, I think they could be challenging for Europa League, but it's not going to change. So when you watch the clips and everything, and Fernandes is a little bit further back. So they need Fernandes because he's the one who wants to get on the ball and get him ticking and all that. But then they miss him a bit further forward, creating opportunities. And then you've got Mbeumo who does loads of his work, or his best work, out wide, but he's sort of in a number 10 position. Cunha works, no problem. He can go from the left, he can go in the number 10 position. It really works. But I just think the balance of the team is not right for the players that they have. I think 4-3-3 would suit them so well. And I think their fixtures, the first 5 fixtures, look really hard for United as well. And it's just whether that negativity creeps in. It shouldn't. They've got a new training ground. They've had refurb. They've got some new players. Looked like there was reports that they didn't be able to spend any money in the transfer window before the sold. So to get Cunha, Mbeumo and Sesko in, it's amazing for them. It's just whether they can all play together.
Where do you see them finishing then?
You going European spot or mid-table? We're going mid-table, me and Al, I think, aren't we?
7, 8, 9 for me, yeah.
I'm going to say top 6.
So Europe.
Yeah, I'm going to say Europe, yeah.
All right, nice one.